Hi, my name is Amy Homan, and I am the coach of LuLaHappy Homies. Homies being played off of my last name. I didn't choose it, y'all chose it. But I just kind of wanted to introduce myself and to welcome you to LuLaHappy, just to get you a little introduction to myself and the team. I joined LuLaRoe in August of 2015, and it has been a journey ever since. I was walking around Chicago and I saw these women wearing these funky pair of leggings, and I said, "What is this?" I'm from Northern Virginia, and we didn't have LuLaRoe here. The LuLaRoe was what? It was nothing that we've had here, and so all these women were walking around with the same identical pair of leggings, and I asked my friend who was with me, "What is this?" She's like, "You've never heard of LuLaRoe?" I'm like, no. And she's like, "Oh, Amy, you have to try them on." So there were three of us in the room, and all three of us tried on the same pair of pants, same pair of leggings, and it was like the freaking sisterhood of the traveling pant. All of us looked amazing in it, and we all were three different sizes, height, built, everything, and we all looked great. And at that moment, I said, "I want in. Whatever this is, I want in." I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know the cost of anything. I didn't know one person who sold it, but I knew I wanted it. So I come home from Chicago. I get online. And it's like this magical mystery company that you can't find any information about. I'm typing in, just on my Facebook, does anyone know a LuLaRoe consultant? Nope, nada, nothing. Go online, yep, still nothing. And I'm like, how? We're talking Chicago, thousands of women are wearing these freaking leggings, yet I can't find anything online. So I go on to YouTube, and there is a video with Jamie Bagley and Lisa Jones. I watched the entire video and I said, I'm buying. I'm calling up Jamie Bagley. I called up Jamie Bagley and said, "I want in this company. I don't know any information. I don't know how much it is, but I need some information. I need it. You need you to send it to me." Mind you, I didn't own a pair of anything. I didn't own a pair of LuLaRoe, of leggings, of maxis, of nothing. And she sent me over some information. I remember going, "Wes, it's $5,000. I need to borrow $5,000 from the savings," which was pretty much all we had left at the time. We were code red, meaning 2 high school teachers, 2 kids paying $2,100 a month in daycare. We didn't have extra money. There was no flex money. There was no, backup money. $5,000 was in our bank account. That's all we had. But after trying on these pair of leggings and talking to Jamie, I really believed in this company. And I said, I have to be a part of this company. I don't know if it's going to be successful. I believe in it. I don't know how Northern Virginia is going to take to it because, Chicago was rocking it, but I just wasn't sure. So the one thing that after talking to Jamie that really made myself and my husband comfortable was if, as you guys know, if you don't like it, you can sell your product back for minus 15%. And I said, okay. And now, at first, my husband was really hesitant. He was the money guy. He still is the money guy. He's always nervous, still nervous about money. And when I said to him, "Wes, now the kicker is it's $5,000, but if we're not successful with it, if something happens, we can return what we don't like or what we have left, and we can get our rest of our money back." From then on, boom, done. He's like, "Okay, sign up." So I signed up, and without owning a pair, Jamie actually, I claimed a pair on one of Jamie's pop-ups, and she ended up sending it to me, saying, "Welcome to the team." But I joined without owning a pair, with just trying it on for like 2 seconds, 2 minutes, to put them on. I was like, "Oh, these are nice," and then took them off. So I was the 3rd consultant in Northern Virginia who signed up. So I get all the time, "Oh man, you got in when it was easy." Yeah, guys, there was nothing easy then. Maybe building a team was a little easier because there was no one else since they had to sign up under someone. But selling, let me tell you, those were the days where people were like, "Oh, Lula, what? I'm not wearing those bright pairs of leggings on me. You want me to wear those?" Like, it was the whole thing. Where people now are like, "Give me the craziest." Back in the day, yeah, no. And we fought for solids. Like, we didn't have solids until like January, February, March of 2016. So for my first 6 months, there were no leggings. And if you got a black pair, it was like the coveted black pair. That was like the magical unicorn in the fall of last year. Everyone wanted that black pair. Excuse me. So I joined, and the rest is kind of history. So I joined in January or August, got my initial, I think in September, had my first thing in September. So it was very end of August. Got my first consultant underneath me, which was Michelle Kern, and then Sarah Clements, and then Keena Lungelhofer, all in that first fall. In January, I hit trainer, and then I actually hit coach at convention, that Friday of convention this past summertime. So it's been a very magical, crazy last year. I wouldn't change it for the world. I have gotten maybe 24 hours of sleep in the last year, but it's been a lot of fun. It's definitely been a lot of fun. So there are just under 300 LuLaHappy, so it's going to kind of be fun to watch this in a year and see where we are. But I have to say, LuLaHappy is a unique team, very unique bunch of women and men. The friendship, the sisterhood, the tribe mentality, the willingness to help each other out is something that I would have never dreamed. I've said it to my husband. I honestly have no idea how we are so blessed and so lucky to have found each other, because it's like a magical mix. Are there days where there's frustration and there's those BMW, as I've learned since the summertime, that bitch moan whine mentality here and there? Sure, but we're talking, I mean, it's so far and few between. It's amazing. So LuLaHappy really exemplifies the LuLaRoe culture. Mark and Deanne want it to be a place of giving, of blessing lives and strengthening families. And I'm telling you right now, the amount of families that are blessed or that are strengthened because of LuLaRoe is out of this world. I hear girls on this team every single day saying, I can pay for my mortgage. I don't have to, I don't have to worry about where our next food bill is coming for or our next electrical bill. There are girls that were where I was. We were strapped. We were, they're much worse than now. I mean, even having $5,000 in the bank account, I have to say I was blessed. I mean, there are some girls on this team, some people on this team who have come to me saying, Amy, this is everything I got. And I am putting faith in the company, and I'm putting your faith in the company. And I'm telling you right now, I would do it all over. I would tell anyone today, I would tell anyone tomorrow, that there are going to be times where crappy things happen, that you are going to say that the company, isn't on our side. But I'm here to tell you right now that the company is always on our side. They mess up. Look what's going on with holiday leggings right now. They will mess up. There will be mess ups again. But you guys have to put LuLaRoe in perspective. On New Year's Day, on January 1st, 2016, we hit our 5,000th consultant. If I had to guess, this month alone, we are at they haven't announced it. The last time they announced it, we were just over 45. But I would say we were probably at 47,000 consultants. In 10 months, 11 months, we have gone from 5 to 45 with very little issues. We have our bumps in the road. Any person is. But if you've ever listened to Deanne talk, Deanne is one of the most gracious human beings you will ever meet in your entire life. Every single thing that comes out of that woman's mouth is genuine, and she loves people. She wants to help every single family of every single consultant, genuinely. I mean, she would do anything. She would give the clothes off of her back if that meant it was helping someone else. Okay, so LuLaHappy really exemplifies what LuLaRoe culture is, that we are doing everything for a greater cause. We are doing things to make people feel beautiful. We are doing it to help our families, that we are able to share more time with our children, that we are able to show that, hey, mama can do this too, and mama doesn't just have to be a mama. Mama can be a mama and a working woman, and we are giving women reason. We are getting women who were going through deep depressions a place in this world again. We are giving them a reason to wake up, because the idea of having someone else feel beautiful, there's nothing like it. I mean, the paychecks are wonderful, yes, but to be able to get that 1 p.m. that says, my husband told me I look beautiful for the first time in a year, in 5 years since I had a baby, oh my gosh. To have these women saying, I feel beautiful, and I haven't felt this beautiful in years, is something that money can't buy. And that's what, if you're only in this for the money, that's short term. I promise you, it's short term. We have a couple of you Kool-Aid drinkers that was only in it for the money too, and it's fun to watch you guys change. That it's not just about that anymore. It is about blessing others. It is about making others feel good and others feel wonderful, and it's about this family that LuLaHappy has. So I welcome each and every one of you to the team. You picked the right team. This team is amazing. So let me go over a few things that I think will be really beneficial for you guys. That it's a good starting place when you first join the team. Okay. So the very first thing is when you join, we are trying to set up things to be easiest for you guys. We have under the photo, I think it's photos, albums, and then find the album that says LuLaHappy Help Pages. Under there, I've done about 30 different albums. And each album will give you different things that are going to benefit you. So if you're looking how to do out a damaged item or a return item or a missing item, there's albums for that. If you are brand new QB and there's a QB info, like maybe you're not getting the emails anymore, there's a QB emails. Click on that and it'll tell you how to get your emails. There is a link of that says QB info, and it's your very first page that things you can start working on. There is I'm trying to think what else there are. There's an entire team. If you're looking to see what the team tree looks like, maybe you're like, "Ooh, who's this person under?" You can go there. I'm bad about updating it, but I'll get better, I promise. But then there is like how to get the cruise qualification. That's up there. There's just so many different albums. So look at that. There's also, if you're trying to figure out, crap, I don't know how to work Audrey and I can't figure this out. And well, my sponsor works during the day. Go under the team page, under the little magnifying glass, and just write university. YOUNIVERSITY. And there I've done some videos on how to use the back office. I've done like a back office overview. I've done just anything that I find that's really important for you guys. And then I'm also in the process of making a YouTube channel just for our team. I've done one video. Woo woo. It's a start, guys. It's a start. But I am doing a variety of videos. So then you can go there for information too. I like to give you guys as much information as you possibly can. I do like to help each other out. I think that that's one thing that is showcased on this team, or just shown on this team, that we are willing to help each other out. But we do see the same questions come up over and over and over again. And I would like to be able to give you guys locations or places where you guys can go and look, rather than having, sometimes it stinks to have to always ask, where do I get this? Where do I get this? So I'm starting from the get-go saying, go to the happy pages. If the help pages, if you can't find there, then you can look on the university, but then you can also look on the YouTube channel too. So it's different stuff. The next one is really don't compare. A lot of people want to go into this making an X amount of money. But remember, your goal might not be my goal. My goal might not be your goal. When I talk about, saying if you're looking to, go full time, well, if you're like, I love my job. And guess what? I used to say that too. And I'm quitting my job after this year. So you'll get there. Yeah, you can say it. You're not, but. So maybe you are saying, I only want to make $500 a month. Well, if the next person next to you is trying to make $5,000 a month, how are you comparing? How are you saying, oh, she had a $5,000 party, or she had a $5,000 weekend? Well, maybe you didn't do anything this weekend, and maybe the girl next door did 5 parties. There are some people on this team that are doing 5 to 6 multis a night. How they keep it, I don't know. But so just kind of be really wary, not wary, but just be careful about comparing, because you can't compare yourself to me. This is my chapter. What month are we in? I'm doing this for month 14. I'm in chapter 14. You're in chapter 1. You can't compare it. It's just not fair to you. And that's for anyone. Even if you are coming in as you are 2 November QBs together, your why is different than this person's why. If this why just wants to get out of the house because she's a stay-at-home mom and her kids are driving her bonkers and she wants out of the house, but your why is to pay your mortgage, you can't compare that. She's okay. She might be okay just doing a $500 party, where you're out there hustling a little more because you have a bigger goal than hers. So just mean that when we're talking about our goals, when we're talking about team building, it really is going to be dependent upon you. What are your goals? What's your why? That's why knowing your why is so darn important. If you don't know your why, stop this video and sit here and think about, why am I doing this? Okay, because you're going to have bad times. You're going to have parties where it takes you 9 hours and you're going to sell one item and you're going, oh my God, what am I doing? You want to know what I do? This is my little, you will never see a video that I don't have a wristband. If it's in my hair, I've got a wristband on here too. This wristband is my reminder when I'm tired, when I'm frustrated, when my package, true story, is sitting in Alabama and it got mistakenly shipped to Alabama instead of here. Yeah, true story, happening to me right now. I can look down and say, it's all right, because that's one package. But this is my why. This is my stay at home and put my daughter and my son on the bus. This is my be able to serve you guys more than what I serve you now, because there's only so many hours in the day. So know your why. If you know your why, everything just makes more sense. And you're able to go through times that maybe aren't the best of it. Okay, so know that why. Another thing is, or the next thing is start figuring out what's the role of your sponsor. And I'm going to ask each one of you to talk to your sponsor. And you need to, this is your job as someone new coming onto the company. What do you want from your sponsor? Because I'm telling you right now, I have 21 directs, and all 21 of my directs want different stuff. There are some that have said to me, I'll reach out when I need you. You're good the way you are. And then there are others that have said, I need you to check in with me once a week, or I need you to check in with me once a month. I didn't know it until I asked. But at the same time, it's their responsibility to tell me, Amy, this is what I need from you. Okay? So you need to figure out what you want from your sponsor, and you need to let your sponsor know that that is what you need. We're not mind readers, and some people think that a sponsor is going to be something different. I've talked to my directs saying I failed them. I'm running LuLaHappy, and I let them go to the wayside. I just thought they're going to come to me when they need me, and it was a hard thing for me to really realize that I was not. My number one job is to my directs. And I was letting them down because I heard so much, oh, I thought you were too busy. Never am I too busy. And your sponsor, it doesn't matter how busy you think your sponsor is, they should never be too busy for you, okay? And if you're not getting what you need from your sponsor, you go up to her sponsor. If you're not getting it from there, you come up to me, okay? However it is, I don't care if you're 10 lines deep. If that ends up at me, that ends up at me. Come all the way up. Because we don't want anyone on this team, and I can collectively say this as a we on this team do not want anyone left behind. We hear too many stories of orphan consultants that the consultants take them under their wing for their paycheck and then that's it. That's not how we want it here. We want this here, that we want our jobs as sponsors is to help you be successful. But in order for us to help you be successful, we need to know what you want. Okay, so please make sure you're very clear. It's your job just as much as it's their job to help you out. Okay, so Deanne talks about her 5 tips for success. And this is something that, excuse me, you'll hear about on QB calls. And you'll hear just on a variety of calls. There's 5 things that she always says to tell yourself. 1 is, you've got this. Don't worry about being scared. We're all scared, okay? Your fear is 100% normal. If you are not scared, your goal is not big enough. When I announced to the team that I wanted to quit teaching, and my goal, or that I was going to quit teaching after the school year, I wanted to throw up. The first time I announced that, I had this lump in my throat going, oh my God, am I really going to say it? Because the minute you say it, it becomes reality. So you've got to have a goal that scares you, because that goal has got to be something that you're going to want to reach out to, or that you're going to want to reach for. So don't worry about it. You've got this, okay? And you've got a solid team behind you that's here to support you. I promise you. Our goal is for every single one of us to be successful. It's lonely at the top. No one wants to be at the top by themselves. I'm telling you right now. As the only coach on this team, I don't want to be the only coach on this team. I want all of us to be there. So on those I'm telling you, when we go to these leaderships and we're sitting in this room of coaches and mentors and they're all together, I'm like, I need my girls here. I need my people here. So I want you guys here. So I will do everything in my power to get you guys to the top. Okay. If you want that, if that's a goal of yours. Number 2 is keep it simple. Guys, this is a simple business. We sell product, or we sell dreams. We sell, women feeling good about themselves. We sell clothes last. Everything else we sell dreams for women who didn't think that they could feel beautiful again. And if you keep that in the back of your mind, you're going to keep things simple. It doesn't need to be long and drawn out. Keep things simple, okay? 3, give yourself permission to succeed. We all deserve to succeed. And if you have, a low self-esteem, that's okay. But I'm telling you right now, this is going to help build you, because the more successful you are, the more women are going to reach out to you and look up to you for help, for guidance. And that's a good thing. And that, it's like the consultant that, was battling depression, and this has got her out of it. Can you guys believe selling clothes got someone out of depression? And I've gone through depression. I've gone through medicine given depression, and it's a tough thing to get out of. And selling women hopes and dreams, that is in itself, that's something that no medicine can help you get out of. So I'm telling you right now, give yourself permission to succeed. We all deserve it. Every single one of us deserves it. Don't take no as a no. Let no be your vitamin. No is just temporary. It's not permanent. It's not, if someone tells you 100 times, or you get 100, no, I don't want to do that. That's okay. Keep pushing and keep pushing back. Keep checking back with them, because eventually it'll turn into a yes. No is always temporary. And then the last one, which is a big one with me, stop waiting for everything to be perfect before you start. I'm going to wait until I get my leggings because I got my initial kit, but I haven't got my leggings yet. No. Or I'm going to wait until, no. My stuff, no. Stop. Just stop waiting for everything to be perfect. It never will be perfect, guys. I'm going to guarantee you that. There's always going to be something more that you're going to want. There's always going to be a different setup that you want. Go for it. If you haven't got racks yet, get on Facebook Live. You don't need racks. All you need is your box. Take out that box and say, okay, guys, here we go. And we're going to do this together, and start taking out. They don't need to be. And Deanna would even say, why are you wasting your time hanging stuff up in smalls and medium and large and extra large? No, guys, just say, we've got a variety pack, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we got. Start opening up your box and go from there. And then whatever doesn't sell, then go and do it. There's no point in waiting when you've got the product. Sell what you got. Stop worrying what you don't. Everything sells. And if you are one of those that's like, I don't have tall and curvy, they've been out. We had no tall and curvy. Did we have no leggings? I don't think I bought leggings in the entire months of March and April. And guess what? I cruise qualified level 2 and level 3. So you can do it without leggings. Leggings should not be your one and only, because one Sarah is the same profit as 2 or 3 leggings. 1 order, 3 orders. I'd rather do the order for 1 work. So sell what you got. Stop waiting for things to be perfect. So those are Deanne's top 5 tips for success. And then there's 2 more. And the next one is going to be the 50-50 rule. You guys will hear it often. You guys will see it often. And it's something that has led a lot of LuLaHappies into financial success. Every time you order, every time you get your initial kit, and that initial kit, you get your initial kit and you have 350 pieces of items, and you go out and sell 100 items. You need to buy 100 items. Remember, when you sell it, you're selling it for retail. When you're buying it for wholesale. So when you sell 100 pieces and you buy 100 pieces, you're still going to get the profit. Okay, so the profit, it can go into paying off your credit card or whatever, the loan that you pay back. And then you are rebuying what you sold. Never, ever, ever, ever let your inventory go less than what you had today. So if you have 400 pieces today and you you sell 100 pieces, tomorrow your inventory needs to be back up to 400, which means you need to buy another 100 pieces. You are still going to, that's your 50-50. It's so important that you minimum put back 50%. And we talked about on the call the other day, is so many people will have that initial inventory. By the time you buy your initial, or you spend your initial inventory and then you buy all your racks and all the other stuff, it might be $6,000, $7,000 on your credit card. That's scary. Trust me, I've been there. And you can even ask my sister. When my sister joined, she had at one point did more than 50-50, and I yelled at her because I was like, what are you doing? You got to do the 50-50. It's led a lot of people for success. But so what it is if you keep having less and less and less, that's less inventory people have to buy. And the most successful people with inventory, or the most successful consultants, are those that buy big. When I say buy big, there are some consultants that are selling $60,000 a month. But guess what? They're buying $60,000 a month. You cannot sell $10,000 a month by only buying $2,000. You can't do it, people. You're going to run out of inventory. So you might have this first month, you get your initial inventory and you buy $4,000. Or you sell $5,000 worth of inventory. That's phenomenal. It's possible. People do it all the time. But you only buy back $1,000 because you're like, I need to get that money off your credit card. I'm going to guarantee you that second month, your sales are not going to be rocking at $5,000. You're going to be lucky if you're hitting $1,000 or $2,000. So be consistent. This is a small business. Treat this like a small business. Small businesses take back sometimes a year to 2 to make money. If you do a 50-50 profit, if you for every 50% or for every 50, for everything you buy, if you're reinvesting 50% back in and giving yourself the other 50% to do whatever you're doing with it, whether it's paying back your loan or credit card, you will pay off on average in 4 months. You will start making money back in 4 months. I think the average person makes back their initial inventory, nothing of reinvestment, just their $5,000. Most pay it back between 4 and 6 weeks. Those are ones that are, that's on average. That's a hard thing to do because remember your goals. If you're only putting 2 or 3 hours a week into it, it might take you 4 months, and that's okay. It's your time schedule. Don't worry about anyone else. But if you are someone that is like me, it's like the credit over your head is stressing you, and you're like, I'm going to hustle and hustle and hustle to pay this off. It might be 4 weeks. But even myself, I wasn't starting to make money until 4 months into it because I was reinvesting 60 to 70%. But my minimum is 50%. And there's a great video on here from Gina Hilton, and I think it's on University. If it's not, it needs to be on University, about doing your 50-50 rule. It's really, really important. She does it better. I'm dyslexic, so math just ain't my strong suit, sorry. But getting that 50% back just to make sure, or reinvesting your 50% to make sure that your inventory keeps growing and growing and growing is really important. Some consultants or some sponsors will tell you that you should reinvest 100% back for the first 4 months, and that will lead you to the fastest success. You may not be making your money back for 6, 7, 8 months, but once that 7 months comes in, you're rolling in some money. So do what you feel most comfortable with, but you should be putting an order in minimum 33 pieces a week. Deanne recommends 175 items a month. And I'm telling you right now, if you're struggling, or if you start off with a company and you start struggling, start talking to your sponsoring and start watching the team YouTube video about the 20, 30 plus ways that you can increase your sales, because there are definitely a lot of ways that you can easily be selling minimum 50 items a week. And if you're selling 50 items a week, you're buying 50 items a week, and that's your 200 a month. Like Deanne recommends, she says no less than 175, but you hear her talk a lot about 400. So can you get 400 pieces a month in? Yes. That's if you have the time. And then the last question that I get all the time is taxes. This is my only piece of advice that I'm going to tell you for taxes. Go see an accountant. Each one of us are totally different. You could have 2 teachers like my husband and I, but be only renters. You could be 2 teachers, and so your tax are going to be different because you don't have a mortgage interest rates or mortgage interest. So each of us are so different. With me, I have healthcare benefits. I have health dependent benefits. We have 2 teaching. We have such different lives. I'm telling you right now, do not take advice from anyone. No offense to anyone on this team or anyone on the QB pages, but do not take advice from any of them. They don't know anything. They don't know about you. They can give you ideas and suggestions, but what happens if you take that suggestion and you roll with it, and come April or whatever tax time is, and you're like, you owe $2,000. You're like, hold on, what? So go see a tax person. A tax person is the best piece of advice I can give you. the home office does not want us giving advice. And when people ask advice, I start cringing. I'm like, no, don't respond to them. So please, whatever you do not take advice from anyone. So that is just pretty much all I have. That's just kind of a quick run through of a lot of things that we get a lot at when you're first brand spanking new. And if you are brand spanking new, go to the QB. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick while I'm talking. Go to the QB team page, or not the QB team page, the QB. This is what happens when I get sidetracked, or like I'm trying to pull it up. But I'm trying to pull exactly what it is. Hold on. So go to the photos, and you're going to see, where is the QB? The LuLaHappy help pages. So it looks like this. Okay. So it looks like the LuLaHappy help pages right there. And once you get there, when I talked at the beginning, those are all the different files that you can go, all there to help you. So first, start out exploring those files. They're going to be huge for you. And then you can go into the QB Club info, and there's some good information on there. That's all stuff for you guys. It's stuff that we have put in there that is solely what you can do. They're huge helps. There's some advice from Miranda. So on there, you're gonna some advice that you can have when you're in the queue, because you're looking at 6 to 8 weeks. Right now, they are trying to get in 6 weeks, but if it takes 8 weeks, what else is there? And then the very last one is called QB Info. And when you click on QB Info, I should have done it on my screen, and then I could have screenshot it. You will see I sent in my onboarding checklist. What should I be doing while I wait for the call? And this is a great place for you to start, because it's going to tell you, okay, get excited. Your journey is about to begin. It's amazing. Some talking about creating Facebooks. What do you need to purchase? Even going on to USPS, the post office, and ordering all your free stuff. I highly advise you to start ordering like these things. All of these things are free. If you're going to do online, you need to do this. Start getting that. It tells you exactly party mail bubblers, party mail medium and large boxes, party regional rate boxes. It's going to tell you exactly what you should be doing. And where it says like purchase racks, hangers, there's an entire site that says the supply list. So when you were like, well, what do I need to know? Do you have to go with any of this? No. This is all stuff just for you, just for that LuLaHappies have put together for you, that they've used. So like the supply list right here, if you look on here, you're going to see the direct link. That link is going to show you everything. And this is going to have exactly what we use for lighting kits, for hair ties, for poly mailers. Do you have to use this? No, but it's a place for you guys to start with so you don't feel lost. So many people join us going, oh my gosh, what do I do now? So this is one location for you guys to really start and diving into and start doing your research. You do have 6 weeks, but I'm telling you right now, that 6 weeks is going to come by so extremely quick, or is going to go by really, really quick. So get started now. Sit down with your sponsor. Sit down, with your trainer, with your coach, which would be me. And at any given time, get on those QB calls. That's one thing we do. That's one thing I'll say real quick. We do have every Monday night, we have a pledge class. I call them the pledge moms. 3 pledge moms go, Kate, Sarah, and Courtney. They do a QB call just for you guys at 9 o'clock. And then we have the home office does a QB call for you guys. And that if you don't know those, under the QB Club info, you can sign up for those emails, and they do just for you guys. And they talk about the culture of LuLaRoe. It's usually Jordan, which is Deanne's youngest son. He's running them, and sometimes Deanne will run them herself too. And then we also have a team call every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock or at 9 o'clock or at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. You guys are welcome to all the calls. My sponsor, Jamie Bagley, she does a call every Thursday night at 9 o'clock, and they're just trainings. Are anything mandatory? No. But if you can get on them, get on them. If you can't, you don't have to. It's just we try to set you guys up with as many things, as much resources that you can possibly imagine, so you guys are successful. Again, we want you to be successful. We don't want to be, we don't want to be at the top by ourselves. It's lonely. So we do want to help you guys, every single one of you, to be successful. So please reach out to us. Let us know what you guys want. But hopefully this is kind of a good starting spot for you guys to kind of watch this and to kind of go from there. So hopefully you guys learned a few things, and if you guys have any questions, please do not hesitate and reach out to any of the leaders, myself, your sponsor, or any other LuLaHappy homies. Bye guys.